Nancy. Good afternoon. I'm a member of a Southern Baptist church, and then we are required to bring covered dishes to all fellowships. And we're always on the lookout for something that will go far, is flavorful, and interesting. And this is one of my favorite recipes because it feeds a lot, and it's a family favorite. First layer, of course, would be the refried beans. Some of this I've already taken care of before I started videoing, because you need to warm your beans and let them cool before you put them in there. That's your first layer. Your next layer is the meat recipe that you've already fixed with taco seasoning and drained, and you browned it and drained it and mixed your taco seasoning with water, whatever kind you like, spicy or mild. And then you add this to your next layer and you deliberately dole it out over top of all of the meat that you can get in it. That's the base of this. The next thing you want to do is put dollops of your favorite taco sauce all over it, like this. Ours is Old El Paso. We kind of have that as our favorite. You spread that out thoroughly over it. And then the next layer that we're going to go with was the sour cream and cream cheese mixture that I prepared ahead of time. I whipped it together, and then you add it like you're icing a cake. You daub that on, and then you can spread it out to make a thin layer like that. And there we go, like icing a cake. The next layer, of course, is the guacamole. The home style chunky is what we like. It's a really good natural mix of onions and garlic, jalapenos. You want to daub that on so you get plenty of the flavor throughout. And looks pretty good. And then the next layer start is your cheese, and you only want to put about half your cheese on because you're going to use maybe 2/3 of your cheese. Liberally spread that out all over your guacamole. Move this over here so you can get a better look at what we're doing. And you want to save some of the cheese for the top for presentation. Next thing you want to use is your olives that you prepared ahead of time. You've sliced them and drained them. You put that over really well. And it calls for onions on some layers, but my family doesn't particularly care for onions. And the church, taking them to church functions, they can add their own if there's any extra from something else. All right. And then the next layer was your salad. This can be iceberg, it can be a spring mix, it's whatever your family enjoys eating. We particularly like the spinach and the spring mix, and you put plenty of that all over because it is it's a dip, but it's also a meal. And the next layer is your tomatoes that you've sliced ahead of time. Them out over it pretty well. Like so. And the rest of your olives to give a little color and a little fancy. And it's not very expensive to make this dish, but it feeds a lot. And you want the cheese on the last layer to give a little finish to it. And voila. We're done. Wait. And that is the mini layered taco salad that you can have for an entree, which you can serve with Tostitos, or you can serve with shells, or you can serve with burritos. Or you can just have it as a dip. And this is what I take to our Southern Baptist get-togethers for fellowships, or I make it at home for family dinners, or just as a side.